शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा ने काफ़ी दिनों के बाद इस फिल्म से कम बैक किया, तो उनकी कास्टिंग के बारे में कुछ बताइए.
Yeah, Shatruji is a very old, very dear family friend, and we share a lot of mutual respect between our families. He's worked with my father almost even like 20 years back. So when we went through the script, we found it appropriate to approach him and request him to do the film. He met my director Madhur, he met my writers Manoj and Mangesh Kulkarni, and he understood the entire film, and then he was graceful enough to accept it.
और अमिताभ बच्चन जी फिल्म करने वाले थे, तो
That was another subject. That was a different film.
और सुनील और अक्षय के कास्टिंग के बारे में बताइए, आपके फेवरेट हीरोज हैं वो.
Well, when Madhur and me were discussing the film, we found that two particular characters could fit Akshay and Sunil very well. So likewise, like with Shatruji, we then approached Akshay and Sunil. They heard the story, they had they liked their characters, and accordingly they agreed to do the film.
एक्शन सीन्स के बारे में बताइए. एक्शन पर काफ़ी ध्यान दिया गया, तो बाहर से भी एक्शन कोऑर्डिनेटर्स आए गए, तो इसके बारे में बताइए. और अक्षय और सुनील खुद ही एक्शन हीरोज हैं, तो
Yeah, for the action we did a lot of meticulous planning in terms of both time and effort in the pre-production. Everything was planned. Keeping the post in mind, we planned all the action in the pre-production. And Akshay and Sunil were a part of it. They gave us a lot of support in terms of discussions, their availability for even rehearsing some of the stunts, which are really risky. And I can tell you a lot of effort went into it in terms of the technique that has to be incorporated in the film. So keeping that technique, we had a lot of detailed work put into the film in terms of the action. Like one particular death sequence of Sunil, the entire action sequence has been filmed at 150 frames per second, which is not done till now in the Indian film industry. So it took a lot of planning and a lot of teamwork, and all the credit goes to the director Madhur Bhandarkar, our action directors Abbas Mokul, and of course the stars Akshay and Sunil.
कैमरा और स्पेशल इफेक्ट्स के बारे में थोड़ा और बताइए. फिल्म में काफ़ी ध्यान दिया गया है इन दोनों.
The entire film was graded digitally in the post, and like I said, even the race course sequence in the beginning, all the major action sequences, be it the action or the stunt sequences, they were all planned in the pre-production, keeping the location in mind. And we used to visit the location at least 2-3 times before the film shooting, shoot it on video and photograph it, and then sit down with our technical team, which included my director Madhur and my action director Abbas and Namit Malhotra's team from Prime Focus, and Marlon Rodriguez. He also had a lot of help to be given to the film. He was a consultant, technical consultant.
Any anecdote that you'd like to talk about, something interesting about the film, which is the most interesting incident?
See, the entire film was a pleasure to work with. I can tell you that the entire film was one incident. The whole film was one incident, because the team members, the kind of support and the synergy between the team members, be it the director or the artist, was so well defined. And my writers would always be available on the sets if the artist wanted to further discuss the detailing of any particular scenes or certain nuances of a dialogue or a particular behavioral pattern. The writers would always be available on the set with Madhur. So Manoj, Mangesh, Ridelani, they were always on the set.
लारा के कास्टिंग के बारे में बताइए. मिस यूनिवर्स वो रह चुकी है, शी केम इन द इंडस्ट्री लास्ट ईयर.
Yeah.
Something about her.
Lara, we have we signed her for 2 films, and when Madhur's subject came up, Madhur expressed a desire to work with Lara, and we contacted Lara and asked her if she would be interested. She heard the role, and she was kind enough to accept the film.
Tell me something about the title sequence, जो designed very well
Title sequence was completely conceived by Madhur, and then Madhur sat down with our team of technical experts from Prime Focus, and together they did it.
Well, that is very interesting. I wanted to know a little more about that. We have a bumper on that actually, title sequence.
Well, you see, for the title sequence, it took us a lot of time because it was all done in the post, and it was a mix of live action and certain photographs. So, which is very time consuming. There was a lot of trial and error in it, and it took us, I think, about 3 runs or 4 runs before we finally got it down to the perfection.
आपके दोनों आइटम नंबर्स के बारे में बताइए जो रीमा और गौहर पर फिल्माया गया. इंटरेस्टिंग था. फिल्म में 2 आइटम नंबर्स थे. इसके बारे में कुछ बताइए रिलेटेड टू द फिल्म.
Well, Anu Malik came up with both the tunes of the film, and then he contacted Jatin and Akbar Sami, and they helped him to arrange both the tracks, because Akbar and Jatin, they do a lot of remixes. So Akbar Sami and Jatin, in conjunction with Anu, they were very instrumental as a team to come out with the final product, which is Jugnu and Nasha. These are the 2 dance tracks in the film.
And about the item girls Gauhar and Rima.
Well, we met Raima and Rima. We met Rima, and she heard the track, and she met up with Ganesh Acharya, our choreographer. And then it was between the choreographer and Raima and Madhur. They made sure that Rima did a lot of rehearsals, and that was how the song took place. And regarding the Nasha track, we were on the lookout for quite a few different people until we met Gauhar, and she put in a lot of hard work and effort before the film shooting for the rehearsals, and we were very happy, very contented with the final result, what she gave us.
You are not like a normal producer. You are quite involved in all your projects. So in this film also, you were quite involved. So something on that, in the direction part also.
Involved, I would say, what you say involved, I would say aware. I like to be aware of what is happening in my company in all aspects, be it the creative side or the technically execution side. A film is like my home. I should know what's happening in my house. So I like to be aware and involved in all aspects, right from the script being conceptualized to marketing, production, distribution, and the post-release. It's not just that we are concerned only with the release. Regardless of the fate of the film, we have to give our best even after the film is released. So even after the film is released, like for a couple of weeks at least, we got to keep going hard at the promotion.
मधुर भंडारकर के साथ काम करने का आपका अनुभव कैसा रहा? He was not so much into commercial cinema at the time. He was more into.
No, Madhur has always been under sensible cinema. So it was his sensibility which went hand in hand with the commercial aspect of the film. So it was a sensibly made film on a commercial level. We are working with Madhur again soon in the future on another one of his ideas and stories. So it was his sensibility with my team of writers and his team of writers together, and presented in a commercial format. That's what it was actually.
Anything more that you'd like to talk about the film? Something interesting? Something?
Yes, I would like to take.
Sweet memory? Anything?
No, with this team, with Akshay, Sunil, Paresh, it was really a pleasure and honor to work with them, because their dedication, discipline, and respect towards their work makes every one of the crew or the team members give their best. So it's really a privilege to be able to work with them.